Right on, everybody. It's been a while since I've been on this, but it's been cold and rainy, and we had all the holidays and crap like that to deal with. So this is where I'm at. I haven't gotten very far, actually. Um, Here's the Theremin circuit. This is it's completed, but it still isn't in an operable condition. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to probably unsolder everything and rebuild that and see if I can get it to work. But what I was trying to figure out too is so there's going to be two pots and an on-off switch. Okay, and the rest of this junk. Here's the circuit board. I think on these light triggers, what I might end up doing, check this out, is getting my router out and lowering this section, like maybe cutting out just a small area, and then maybe drilling a couple of holes here and here, have the triggers come out here. You'd still be able to do this and block the light or use a flashlight over it or something like that. Otherwise, I'd have to come down here, and all of this is going to have to be routed out to put this in there, because I mean, let me just toss this in here. But you see, that takes up quite a lot of room, and the pick guard is similar to the base that I built. You see that? It's a little different shape, the bridge is different, stuff like that. But it gives you an idea of the there's not a whole lot of room, because this only had 3 pots and a jack, and it filled that cavity up pretty well. And so I've got the same number of controls here. I've got I'm going to have I think a master volume and 2 tones. And then I've got a toggle switch, and then I've got the output jack. The output jack is going to be down here. And then I have to add in 2 more switches. Or no, 1 more switch and 2 pots somewhere in all that. So I'm going to work on that. I think what I'm going to probably do is make some like, I don't know, some cardboard templates or something like that, and I just kind of screw around with this. The thing too is, I don't even know if I can put, because this is a 9-volt. Where's the thing at? There it is. There's the thing that you hook your battery to, or you could run 9 volts from an exterior power source or whatever. But this is active, and then the pickups that we're going to choose are going to be passive. So that means there's going to have to be another pot or switch or something in here, like a blender or something like that. So I'm thinking there's got to be more routing done. But then, put that to the side, put this over here. So I mean, this is pretty full when you put this in place. So if I'm going to make room for all these gizmos and gadgets, I think I'm going to have to bring the routing down further, and then possibly find a way of cutting a custom pick guard to cover, because it'll have to be kind of coming like, have it come out to a point just before the output jack. But I don't know. I got to mess around with that. I got to get this thing working, and then this came with a pre-wired harness. And so what I might be able to use is the pre-wired harness, a jack. Well, not a jack. A pot, like a potentiometer that I can try to hook this to and hook the passive circuit to, and see if I can get noise out of both. And hopefully, if it works, the blender would let the theremin and the pickups be played together. But yeah, I just wanted to show that there's not a whole lot of room, because you only had 3 pots and the jack, which over here you're going to have 3 pots and a selector switch, plus all this other junk. So it's going to be very crowded in here. And then I don't know about, because I always use a shielding or some kind of shielding tape or something like that, and that's conductive, that's copper. And I don't know what would happen if this touches it. I'm assuming it would all short out. So I'm going to have to find a way to either put this in some kind of a, I don't even know. Could cover it in like a heat shrink or some kind of vinyl sex product. Something like that to keep the electricity from crossing over. So I don't know. If you got any ideas about this, and if this can be actually done, or does this whole thing have to become an active circuit? If you guys know, let me know so that I'll know. So I'm going to get onto this. I've got a cool little vise to hook this into, and I'll get that set up and I'll show you what's going on there. So yeah, the only reason I'm not out in the shop is it's like 30 degrees out, raining, and it's miserable out there. So I'm gonna do what I can do. So let me get this thing all viced back up, and I'll be back. Right on. So this thing's in the vise. So this is called a pan of ice. This is a junior workstation something or other. But what's cool about this is it's made for holding circuit boards. You can loosen this thing up a little bit more. You can just move this thing around, no matter where you want to solder. Of course, I got all the wires and stuff sitting in here coming down through the bottom. That way I can get to the places that I screwed up on all the solder jobs. You can see one of the wires has already come loose. That's showing great signs of great workmanship there on my part. So I'm going to unsolder all this stuff, and once I get it all done, undone, I'll be back. All right. Well, I got all the miscellaneous components taken off of there, and let me just turn the TV down here. You probably don't need to watch South Park, but anyway, I got the board, got all the stuff taken off of it. There's the little light trigger, sensitive light triggers right here. The only thing I left on there was there's a diode, a couple of capacitors, and then there's the 8-pin socket. Now my soldering work on the back of that was horrible, right? So what I did is I bought this stuff here. It's just a soldering wick. So basically it's just a fine copper, like braided, and you heat that up on top of the solder, and it kind of sucks off a little bit of the extra solder. So it's not really, you can't really see it here, but it definitely cleaned up all of these here. I got a couple of long leads poking through here from the stuff on the other side, so I'm going to trim those back. I cleaned off all of the solder pads as best I could, and then I'm going to go back in and like re-tin the end of these wires, and hopefully I can get this thing to become a Theremin. So I don't know if I'll get it all done tonight, but I'm going to give it hell. So I'll be back later, or I won't. Thanks for checking this out. Alright, well I got all the wires tinned. They're all good to go. Except I had a couple of other problems. Some technical problems. My electronic battery-powered soldering iron went dead on me, and some of the soldering pads from the on the control board. Hang on a sec. I'll go over there and I'll show you. So, like this guy. Let's see. I don't know if this thing will focus in far enough. It's pretty small. There we go. So this is where the battery goes. I got the wire to go in to the negative side, but the positive side I couldn't get it to go through the pad. So I think there's some solder stuck inside the pad, and I don't know how the hell I'm going to get it out of there. So my other option is I've got 2 more kits. So I've got I got another, like a brand new clean board. I can put the capacitors and the diodes and the socket in there, and then I can just use the components that I just tinned up a little while ago. So that's probably what I'm going to do, because this thing here is kind of being a pain. So I'll do some more research and see if there's any way of sucking the solder out of there. Hey, that's an idea. Maybe I should get me a solder sucker. So maybe I'll look at that, and maybe I can save this and continue on. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for checking this out. Have a good one. Oh, you know what you should do? I don't ever remember to tell anybody to do this, but there's like a thing somewhere over here or over there, maybe up there. I don't even really know. But you like subscribe and like and share and do all that crap. I don't know if it's supposed to help, but that's what all the other people say. So anyway, that's it for now. I'll be back next time.